Hello, and welcome to Speak Ready English. I am Jack, and I am so happy you are here with me today. Have you ever felt like you are studying English for months, but nothing is really changing? You listen, you study, you try, but progress feels so slow. I hear this from my students all the time, and I want to tell you something important. Small improvements every single day are more powerful than you think. Today, we are going to talk about how to get just 1% better in learning English. Later in this podcast, I will give you 3 simple daily habits that you can start using today. Stay with me for that. If Slow English helps you, please subscribe. It really helps me make more podcasts for you. Okay, let us begin. So, what does 1% better actually mean? Think about this for a moment. If you improve just 1% every day, after 100 days, you are not 100% better. You are almost 3 times better. That is the power of small steps. And here is the key idea today. You do not need to study for 3 hours every day. You just need to make tiny, consistent improvements. Let me talk about the first habit, and that is listening every single day. Not for hours, just 10 to 15 minutes. When you listen to English every day, your brain starts to recognize sounds, words, and rhythms naturally. Think of it like watering a plant. A little every day keeps it growing. Now, many students tell me, Jack, I listen to English, but I do not understand anything, so I stop. I completely understand why this feels discouraging, because when we cannot understand, we feel like we are failing. But in English learning, not understanding is actually part of the process. Now you know this, and this will help you keep going instead of giving up. You know what? This is something I personally believe very strongly. Speaking is a physical skill, just like swimming or riding a bicycle. You cannot learn it only by reading about it. You have to actually do it. Here is a simple way to start. Look at an object near you right now, a cup, a book, a window, and describe it out loud in English. Say the color, the size, what it is for. Just 2 or 3 sentences is enough to begin. This small moment of speaking is 1% better than staying silent. Now, let me share the third habit, and this one is my favorite. It is writing 1 sentence in English every day. Just 1 sentence about your day, about something you saw, about how you feel. This habit connects your thinking to your English, and it grows your confidence quietly in the background. Many students say, I wrote a sentence, but I am not sure it is correct, so I feel bad. And I completely understand this feeling, because in school, we were often told that mistakes are wrong. But in English learning, making a mistake in writing is how you learn the correct form. Now you know this, and writing without fear will help your English grow much faster. Let me tell you something important about these 3 habits: listening, speaking, and writing. They work together. When you listen, you learn sounds. When you speak, you practice those sounds. When you write, you organize your thoughts. Together, they cover all sides of learning English. Are you with me so far? Good. Now, here is the promise I made you at the beginning. 3 simple daily habits you can start today. Habit 1, listen to English for 10 minutes every day. Habit 2, speak out loud for just 2 minutes. Habit 3, write 1 sentence before you sleep. That is it. Small, simple, and powerful. Many students think, I need to study grammar every day or my English will not improve. And I understand why, because grammar feels important and official. But in English, real improvement comes from using the language, not just studying rules about it. Now you know this, and you can spend more time using English and less time worrying about it.
Let me also say something about the days when nothing feels right, when you feel tired or confused or just not in the mood. That is completely normal. Every learner has those days. The goal is not to be perfect every day. The goal is to not stop.
Many students believe, if I miss one day of practice, I lose everything I learned. I completely understand this fear because it feels like a broken chain. But in English learning, one missed day does not erase your progress. Now you know this, and you can return to practice the next day without guilt.
Today we covered 3 powerful daily habits for getting 1% better in English: listening every day, speaking out loud, and writing one sentence. Remember those 3 daily habits I promised you. Use them anytime you feel stuck or unsure about your progress. Quick practice, right now. Think of one sentence about your day and say it out loud. Your English is growing every day, and small steps like these make a real difference.
Okay, homework time. This week, try all 3 habits for just 7 days. Listen, speak, and write. Share one of your sentences in the comments below. I read every single one. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this podcast helped you, please subscribe and leave a comment. In the next podcast, we will learn something very useful and practical for your daily English. Keep practicing. See you in the next podcast. Bye for now.